thanks for joining me. So I'm here today, it's a bit of a talking video, we've not got a tutorial, but I've got some important information to share with you. And also, I wanted to try out my new intro. So I was inspired by Caroline, who's just recently added another new intro to her videos, and she's been sharing it all over, and I thought, how hard can that be? And I was like that, I wonder if I could do it. So I set myself the goal today of just do it, Amanda. I'm a bit of a technophobe. I can figure things out because, you know, if I set my mind to anything, then I can do it. I've taught myself Photoshop. I've taught myself how to do digitals. How hard could it be to do an intro to my videos? So, yeah, I figured it out. So we'll see how we go. See if it works. Hopefully. And I think it just makes your channel looks a little bit more professional, like you know what you're doing, like you're not winging it and just cutting up bits of paper and gluing it back together again, which is basically what we do here, and we'll make it up as we go. But you know, I like to look a little bit professional. So we'll see. So let me know what you think. If the music annoys you, then well, you know, there's only so many different kinds of music that you can use that are under copyright that YouTube won't you know, penalise you for. So I've just got some pretties here for you to look at. I'm working with my secret garden kit today. I've been doing my journal, and I'm doing a project. I'm on with a project at the moment to share on YouTube, and it's going to be a series of folios, and I'm going to make something to put them in. I'm not sure what yet. We'll see what I come up with. And then the other piece of information I wanted to share with you is regarding my digitals. Now, they're getting very popular. I'm really thrilled, to be honest. Now, I have been asked, I was asked again yesterday, and I have been asked quite a few times if I do, excuse me, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat. Excuse me, if I do printed versions. So, i.e., you know, ladies want them printing out, boxing up and sending to them because perhaps they don't have a printer or what, for whatever reason. And now I have kind of dragged my feet at doing this because, and I'll tell you for why, those ladies that you purchase off that are small businesses that package and post things out to you, you better believe how much time they're putting into their businesses, because I've been there. I used to have a lace shop. I've sold other physical things, kits and paper kits. When I was with Stampin' Up, I used to do monthly kits, and the amount of time it takes to put packages together and kits together and sort out product, and then you've got to box it, and then you've got to label it, and then you've got to check the addresses, and it's time consuming. So not only is it the cost of the product, you've got to bear in mind the amount of time it takes people. So that's why I've dragged my feet a bit, because I don't want to didn't want to commit to the extra time. However, I do think there will only be a few people that need this service, but I don't want anybody to miss out. So I am going to offer a printed service. It will be over on my Ko-fi, so you might have to look through the shop. The way it's laid out, sometimes you've got to scroll through things to see them, but there are headers. You know, there's one for digital kits, there's one for ephemera kits, there's one for freebies, etc. So you can navigate it pretty quickly. So I'm going to be adding a printed service. So what the printed service will do, it will be a fixed one-off fee, okay, and that will cover the cost of the paper, the ink, the packaging, UK postage. This is UK only, and I'll explain why in a minute. UK postage, okay, with you know, a receipt of postage, and that's what it covers. And obviously, you know, I've got the packaging and the PayPal fees. It's all kind of like, you know, I've done some costing and come up with that fee. Now, it is UK only because international postage from the UK at the moment is a hot mess. It's a hot mess. You've no idea how long things are going to take. Once you post them off, you're on a wing and a prayer. You don't know how long they're going to take. So until it settles down and I know that I can tell people with confidence how long their packages are going to take, I'm not shipping internationally. It's just not worth the stress for me, and it's not worth the upset for a customer who's waiting for weeks and weeks for product. Okay, so that clears that bit up. So how would you do the printing service? So what you'd need to do is you would need to first purchase whichever digital kit on my shop it is that you would like printing. So you make that purchase and then you add the printing service to it. Okay, now if you purchase them separately, you purchase the digital and then make a separate purchase for the printing service, I will automatically assume that those two are going together. I know which ladies purchase regularly digital downloads from me and don't need a printing service. If I'm unsure, I will email you. Okay, if you're not confident that I know that that's what you're doing, email me. My email is below every single video I create. Okay, you can contact me easily. You can contact me on Facebook. You can contact me in heaps of places. You can message me directly on Ko-fi. I try and check it at least 3 times a day. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I will be offering that printed service. Now, it's not going to be, you know, a few pounds. It's going to be, well, it's going to be what it's going to be. You'll have to go and look on the site. But I have still tried to keep it as low as possible. Okay, and it is a realistic price. So if you look at it and you think, oh gosh, that's a lot, that's a realistic price when it's including the postage as well, because the postage is going to be about, you know, between £3 and £4. Okay, and you're getting 2. You will get, whichever kit you purchase, you'll get 2 sets of it, and it will be printed on the same paper that I use. I'm not using fancy paper. I'm not printing on cardstock and all that palaver. You'll get the same paper that I use, which is 120 GSM Navigator presentation paper. Okay, it's beautiful paper. You get nice clear images. It doesn't seep through to the back unless it's very dark like these, but you know, it doesn't seep through to the back. And if you want it stronger, you cut them out and you layer it up on coffee dyed paper or cardstock. So that's what I'm going to do, just to facilitate those. You know, it might only be a few people a year that need that service, but it's there. I want to make sure everybody can get them. So there we go. The other thing that I do want to mention is I am on the lookout for design team members. I have mentioned it. I'm not going to be doing a call out for design team members. I'm going to be inviting people. So people that I think make really beautiful projects that can share. I need a couple of people that are, you know, got quite a healthy social media presence, and I'm also going to be looking for one very special design team member, and that will be one paid position. Okay, and that person won't necessarily be on social media. They just need to make really beautiful things, because what I want is somebody that can make me samples of things, journals or whatever, or albums or whatever, and then physically send them to me so that I can then share them and share their work. And for that service, obviously, I will pay that person for their projects. So yeah, so hopefully, you know, stick with us. We're growing, and hopefully we can blossom a little bit with the digital side of things. And at the same time, of course, I'm still keeping up with my tutorials. Now, you may note, those that follow me, there's been no Wednesday card for a couple. There's not one today neither. Now, the reason being, and this is something that I need to explain about me and how I operate. So I'm a crafter first and a YouTuber second. I don't make things on purpose just to share on YouTube to get views. I make things and I share them when I think that they're useful, and I think that they're beneficial, and I think that you can enjoy learning the process. So I don't do content for content's sake. I can't do it. I can't even make a project just for the sake of it. I really can't. There has to be a reason for it. It has to be useful, or I have to need it, or I need to be doing it to share, you know, something useful. So with the card making, I struggle if I don't have any inspiration. I generally dream my cards. The ones that I make up that are unique. It's easy to just go on Pinterest, pick a card fold and do a video on it. That's not what I'm about. I want to do things that are a little bit different. So yeah, my brain's not in the card making zone I don't know. It'll come back, and when it comes back I'll reshare some cards, because I know lots of ladies watch me from previous when I used to just make cards. So don't worry, it's not gone. It's just not in my brain at the moment. It'll come back. At the moment, I'm loving, and you'll see that I go through phases, I am loving things like the little toolbox that I made, and the letter racks that I'm making, the 3D projects, and you'll see that I'll go through phases and I'll make loads of things. And then I'll get hooked on something else and I'll show that, and that's how I operate. So yeah, you don't expect consistency and just one kind of crafting from my channel, because it just won't happen. Somebody once said to me, you need to pick one thing, Amanda, and stick to it. Well, I can't. I'm a crafter. I'm not just a journal maker. I'm not just a card maker. I don't just do this or just do that. I just create what I create. And I like lots of things. And the only thing I refuse to do is diamond painting and cross stitching. And the only reason being, my eyes simply won't allow it. Beautiful as they are, can't do it. So yeah, so there's just a little bit of information and a little bit of waffle, to just a little bit of something about me, I've talked about the printed service, and we've got my new intro, so let me know what you think. And I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully, either tomorrow, what day are we on? I don't even know what day, it's Wednesday. So I'll either be back tomorrow with this finished project, which is going to be a series of folios in some sort of special presentation. It'll either be Thursday or Friday. So make sure you're watching, hit the subscribe, click like, all of that stuff. And I really appreciate you. I really do. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.